on, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. It's your girl Bex.
And I'm Carly.
And we're here to deliver content to unlock your mindset and actions to be limitless. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like we always say, ring the bell notification so you can be notified when we're dropping videos just like this.
Absolutely. So this week we are just wrapping up the Olympics, and we're going to touch on one person each of who really inspired us or stood out to us over the Olympics. So I didn't watch the closing ceremony. If I'm really honest, I didn't really watch the opening either. I don't know why. I find them a bit, I don't know, but it's not for me. I didn't really watch the closing ceremony either, but loved all the relay as always. Always look forward to the relay. And I think the girls got bronze, the boys got silver. It was that way around. I think so. But the boys could have got, I think.
They did.
Yeah, they could have got a gold though, right? I think that at the end, the Italian guy just like caught up with him and like that was
Where's
it.
Italy come from though?
Don't know.
Like,
when do they sprint?
Even the 100-meter sprint, the guy won gold.
Exactly. I've never seen Italians really in 100 meters, so that was interesting. Good to see though.
Yeah, definitely.
She's mixing it up and they're getting more talent like in different disciplines. So that was really cool.
I watched some of the 400-meter relay as well. That was pretty mad, I can't remember who won, but it was really good. All right, so I want to just start off by talking about a quick post that I saw on Instagram. And I saw that 11,000 or just over 11,000 athletes were at the Olympics. And the chances of competing are 1 in 712,000. Obviously, depending on where you're coming from and where you're living and what country you represent, but just in general. So any athlete who has made it to the Olympics, you've overcome amazing odds to achieve greatness. So do not diminish accomplishments by focusing only on the gold medals. So everyone who made it there, congratulations. Obviously, you've done amazing and you should be super, super proud of yourself, like just by getting there. And I think it's a really, really a massive achievement just to be at the Olympics.
100%. And I think he's totally right because, yes, don't get me wrong, of course, being absolute number one in the world is incredible, but achieving that third or that second place is just as incredible. Like you said, how many people have you beaten in order to get yourself a spot there in the first place? So the fact you're even competing in the Olympics straight away is already incredible, and then to medal is phenomenal. And usually they say no one ever remembers second place, but with the Olympics, I always find it's a little bit different. I think you do remember those because I don't know what it is about the Olympics. You do, and like the person that I'm going to focus on didn't win. She came second.
Yeah.
But it's incredible what she's achieved, and that's why I want to focus on her.
Yeah, it's true, because... So I think with the Olympics, because you're so heavily invested in it, you get to see the heats, or some of the heats, you get to see the build up and things like that. So you're already connecting with certain people. So you do just remember the stories of the people that came in second place or third place, or even the people that didn't even finish. Like, I think it was the hurdles. One guy smashed into the hurdles, but so he just didn't. Well, he did actually finish the race, but at the end. But you're gonna remember this guy. You're gonna go and look him up, and you're gonna go and see about him. But I'll just start off with the standout part of the Olympics to me was Simone Biles in regards to her strength, in regards to being on a big stage and prioritizing herself and her health regardless of anything. I think that was my standout point of the resilience, the strength, and all the rest of it. So I really do hope that people have been encouraged, and my story is actually based they did win the gold, but I've picked them out for a different reason, not because they won an Olympic gold.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. And what I liked is that was like a knock-on effect from what happened with Naomi Osaka as well at Wimbledon. And people are saying we need to look after these athletes more. And I think what you saying that has made me think about a post that Tyson Fury, heavyweight champion of the world, recently posted on social media. He said, "Never judge someone by their exterior look. I looked on top of the world, but inside I was dying." And you think that, what could possibly go wrong? You've got everything. You got money. You got a beautiful wife. You've got children. You live in an amazing house. You've just won all these belts, but no, you don't know what's going on inside here.
And it's funny that you say that as well, and like won't go too deep into it, but I remember someone saying to me, you've got, you're too pretty to be depressed, and you're too this to be that, and and you can't judge. You don't know what's going on inside my head. Like, I may look like I've got things together, but like you say, you don't know what's going on inside, which is why they say, if you choose to be anything, just be kind, because you genuinely don't know what's going on in people's lives. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, so one other standout performance that I watched and I thought was just absolutely incredible was Ahmed Hafnaou. Hopefully I've said that right. And he shocked the world in the 400 meter freestyle. He got into the final in 8th place, right? But the 18-year-old beat a star-studded field to land his nation's 5th Olympic gold medal ever. Imagine being 18 years old and you win the 400 meter freestyle swimming.
Wow.
Madness.
He's got so much ahead. The next Olympics were only 3 years rather than 4. And then even then he's still going to be young, and he's got a good few more in the bag. That's incredible. Imagine that. You think, oh mate, I'm not going to get anywhere. Nah.
I think he's from Tunisia, I think.
Oh wow.
So it's their 5th ever gold medal. So yeah, for me, that was the one. That was another, I would say, performance wise, that I was just like, go on. It was sick.
He's gonna be a star when he goes home, and they're gonna absolutely love him. Okay, so I'm gonna cover the one person that I was most looking forward to seeing and was so happy to see how she performed, and we touched on her last week, and that's Emily Campbell. I actually didn't know anything about her until my brother actually sent me her Instagram. So basically she says she looks like my sister, but she's got the strength of me. She goes, this girl's like a mix of you and Claire. And I was like, what were you on about? So I had a look, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. But yeah, she's 27. She was in the 87 plus category for Olympic weightlifting, and she became the first GB woman to win an Olympic medal in weightlifting, which is absolutely incredible. Wow. She's been back. She's done a load of interviews. She has medaled before, so she's got Commonwealth bronze, European Championship bronze and gold, and then obviously she hit the silver in the at the Olympics with a total lift of 283 kilograms. So she did 122 kilogram snatch, and then a 161 clean and jerk, which was actually a personal best for her. So arenas like that is definitely when you PB, like, because it's just the adrenaline, the rush. I know there wasn't really a crowd there, but yeah, it's just a different level. But hats off to the lady who did win it. Like, she got a 140 kilogram snatch. That's my deadlift. And she just threw it over her head like it's nothing, as a snatch. And then a 180 kilogram clean and jerk, Olympic record. It was like it was nothing. Really? She had way more in the bag. Yeah. She's so strong. Chinese lady. Yeah. So I know. Go on, sorry.
That's crazy, man.
Unreal, the strength, right? So she said Paris is probably going to be her last Olympics, so she is targeting that. She only started competitively lifting 5 years ago, and she was doing other events. I think it was the shot and something else, and then she wanted to do Olympic lifting just to gain more strength, and then actually really enjoyed it and switched to it. And now look at that, it's crazy. And she also, because one of the things she touched on, and she goes, look, I don't have the body of your typical athlete, but look what I've achieved, look what I've accomplished. And I think she's wants to push more as an advocate for plus size women, and really just showcase, look, there's loads of things out there for people. Don't feel like you need to fit a certain fit into a certain box or a certain mold, which is absolutely incredible. And the other thing I loved was she's not lottery funded, but her local community really supported her. So she'd get like the lady at the local fruit and veg would give her free fruit and vegetables. The cobblers would help her out with her boots and stuff like that. So just the community getting together to help sponsor her or give her free treatments or free stuff to get her where she is today. So absolutely incredible.
That's amazing. And you know what? That community spirit is probably one of the driving factors, knowing that, you know what, I'm not here for money. I'm not here for, I've come here off the back of my community. So I'm going to make sure that I repay and show you, look, this is what I've gone and done with all of your support, which is amazing. And just on the weightlifting one, so I was reading some more about the refugee Olympic team, because I was seeing if there was any medalists that came out of that group of people, and I don't think there was. But one of the guys, he is a weightlifter. I'm not sure if he's lifting for Britain or whether he's out of the refugee team. I think he's competing for the refugee team, but he came from, his story is pretty incredible. He came from like so he fled his country, I believe it might have been Cameroon or somewhere, and he came to the UK, and then he was homeless, so he was out on the streets and stuff, and then he went to the Samaritans, got some help, and they prescribed him antidepressants and exercise. So he went to the gym and he just started loving the gym. He started just lifting weights, and from there, that's how he managed to get into the refugee team. Yeah, because I think they called him and said that they wanted to sponsor him or whatever. And I just thought like how he's just used his pain to fuel his Olympic dream. And to be honest, just to see that turn around, like, it's just incredible and gives hope to people as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I think that was really cool.
Really cool story.
So my person that I'm gonna speak about is Quinn. I'm not sure if you heard of them. So part of the Canadian football team who actually won the Olympic gold, and they are the first out transgender non-binary athlete at the Olympics.
Oh wow.
And part of her story, and I don't have too much to say, but I just really wanted to highlight it because I thought it was a great story. But basically they wanted to be a visible figure for young trans folks or people questioning their gender or people exploring their gender, because when they were growing up, they didn't have anybody to look up to. And I just thought it was very in line with our mission at Be Limitless, of uplifting, highlighting and elevating the underrepresented, non-visible role models. So I thought it'd be a really cool really cool story to highlight. And also the IOC, so International Olympic Committee, said that they plan to adopt new guidelines around transgender women competing in sports as the current set of rules are outdated.
Wow, there you go. Yeah, that's incredible to see that. And I think, you know, there was a lot of attention on Laurel Hubbard before the Olympics started. And now to see Quinn stepping up to be a voice, an active voice to drive change. This is exactly what's needed. And look, there's the results. Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's an incredible story. And one thing that I would take away from like transgender and pronouns and all the rest of it is the pronouns part, right? Because I was asking my brother, he's very much like a proper activist for like LGBTQ, and I was asking my brother about like how, like, what do you do if you make a mistake with the pronouns and stuff, like, because it is quite confusing. I said, is it okay just to ask people what is your pronoun if it's not obvious, like, and he said that, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So like with Quinn, for example, non-binary, so you will say them, they kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think at Amazon, for real, not just to go back there, everybody has their pronouns on, well, some people put their pronouns there. So just to give that support. So yeah, I think it's really really cool story, and I'm glad that we've been able to share that.
Absolutely. So Yeah, so obviously because of the Olympics, it was a slightly different theme to before. We're going to look to go back to our old setup of speaking about specific individuals and sharing their journey. But we thought because of the Olympics, incredible what these people are doing. And like as we're saying, it touches on what we talk about in Be Limitless, in unlocking your mindset and your actions in order to be limitless in everything you do. So next week, we've got some more people to discuss, and then hopefully as COVID restrictions ease and we're going to start reaching out to more people, start getting some people on that we can interview to also share their stories.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to, touch on other topics and, like you say, highlight other people, but definitely what our main focus is really to bring the stories to life and go into the day of the life and all of the rest of it. And some other cool stuff that we hopefully can conjure up. All right, so that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in over the Olympics. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been your girl, Bex.
And I've been Carly. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode, and we will see you next week.
Peace.